Ladies and gentlemen, over the weekend I had a bit of time, so I legitimately went to see a fortune teller. You know, like the one in the original 1996 Space Jam, and as I looked into her magic ball, I saw a bunch of headlines like these. All jokes aside here, guys, although the Golden State Warriors are the best team in the league, some teams believe that they have them figured out. The Phoenix Suns believe that if Mikal Bridges can just slow down Curry, all is well. The Memphis Grizzlies, on the other hand, are confident that if Dillon Brooks can just slow down Curry and bother him enough, it's game over for the Dubs. And then you have the rest of them. The Chicago Bulls, Brooklyn Nets, the Lakers, they're probably all thinking the same thing. To stop the Golden State Warriors, all we gotta do is stop Steph. Well, that was 100% correct last season. And this season, up until now at least, that's just partially correct. But I wonder what they all thought when this video dropped here. Yeah, you probably saw the scrimmage video already of Klay hitting the game winner. I know I have, about 100 times actually. Seth Cooper, the head coach of the C-Dubs, recently spoke to the media and said this of Klay Thompson. He looked really good, and I was coaching the other team, which is what it is, but he came out and made like 4 or 5 shots right away, and we called a timeout and told our guys we didn't think we needed a scouting report, but number 11 could really shoot. And you forget just how big he is and how quick he can get shots off. Moving on here, guys, I just realized that soon we're gonna have answers to the question of what happened when you add the second best shooter in the history of basketball to the best team in the NBA. Well, one thing is for sure, other teams won't be able to load up on Steph no more. I mean, if you do, the ball will find its way to Klay Thompson, who has one of the quickest releases in the league and has never shot below 40% from three-point range, not even once in his career. Let me show you what I mean. This is an older clip from Game 5 of the 2019 Finals, but it illustrates my point pretty well. Here's Curry up top with the ball. Draymond's defender goes off him to double-team Steph, who then locates Klay. At the same time, Draymond here sets a screen on Kawhi. Thompson then uses the screen to get a wide-open shot, and the rest is history.
Thompson finds an opening, three-pointers up, it's good! Klay Thompson!
Another day, another dollar. The same thing happens just a few plays later. Here's Steph. Look at all the attention he's getting. Well, what that resulted in was this.
Van Vliet in pursuit. Iguodala back out to Green. Thompson.
The ball swings and leads to Kawhi needing to fly and contest the shot, and what happens next? Another wide open shot by the Beast of the Bay.
Thompson, one fake, one dribble, one shot. Got it! Golden State.
And again, another day, another dollar, my friends. The truth of the matter is, Klay is just as deadly a shooter as his fellow Splash brother. Actually, earlier this year, Andre Iguodala answered the age-old question of who's the better shooter, Steph Curry or Klay Thompson, and this was his response. In terms of shooting, the only thing about Klay is he'll get bored. Like in a shooting contest, he'll get bored, so people are like, who's a better shooter, Steph or Klay? It depends on if Klay wants to go play with his dog or not. And the even scarier thing about Klay Thompson's return is, there's another Splash brother now, Jordan Poole, aka Kid Splash.
Run and tighten this is right up. Jordan Poole needs it. Poole gets it back off
At some point. To beat the buzzer, Poole 3. Think about him being undrafted, what a value that is.
Let's be real, Jordan Poole is a flat-out baller. So far in the first 23 games of this season, JP3 has had 3 games where he scored over 30 points. And on top of that, he's had 5 games where he scored well into the 20s. There has only been actually just 3 games where he was held to single digits, but the thing is, when Klay gets back, the spacing is going to get better, and whether it's Steph, Klay, or Kid Splash, the quality of looks is going to increase dramatically. That has got to be getting teams scared, especially if they end up meeting in the postseason. And then on top of these 3, Draymond Green and Andrew Wiggins have been developing quite the chemistry these days. I mean, check this out here. Here's Draymond with the ball. And then watch this move.
For Klay. Steph is going to get that at some point, the playoff one.
Pascal never stood a chance. Let's take a look at another example. Here's Wiggins in the corner with the ball.
Out to begin this season.
He gives the ball up to Draymond up top, who's about to give it back for the slam.
Green gives it up. Wiggins puts it down.
Draymond seems to have telepathy with everybody. Anyway, the Warriors have so many weapons, and adding Klay back into the rotation is going to break every game plan teams have for the Warriors. I mean, this guy, just like Steph Curry, number 1, knows the system. Number 2, has excellent off-ball movement. And number 3, can absolutely shoot lights out. And you're adding him into a team that is already the best team in the league this season. How in the world are other teams going to stop this? Well, Steph Curry recently said of Klay after seeing his scrimmage video, "Thank God he still remembers how to shoot the ball. That hasn't changed at all. Seems like he's got a good pep in his step and good energy out there. Just his body movements and all that." It's hard to get a feeling for the speed and intensity of when we watch it on film. They showed a highlight package of his second scrimmage that they had down in Santa Cruz, and most of his shots, it looked like he was just out there confident, having fun, knocking them down. Anyway, moving on here, let's take a look to see what possible lineups there will be once Klay's back. For the starting 5, you'll have Steph Curry at the 1, Klay Thompson at the 2, Wiggins at the 3, Draymond at the 4, and Kevon Looney at the 5. Then coming off the bench, you have Jordan Poole, Otto Porter Jr., Nemanja, Gary Payton II, JTA, Lee, Iguodala, and the 3 young beasts, Wiseman, Kuminga, and Moody. That's deep, guys. This will probably be Steve Kerr's toughest coaching year because there are so many good players, but only so many minutes. It's a good problem to have, though, but just tough. Anyway, now let's take a look at possible death lineups. Steph Curry is obviously in, Klay is also a no-brainer, and then you probably have Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins, and of course Draymond Green. That is going to be deadly. I mean, you have 4 shooters who are absolute snipers, then pretty much everybody can play make. Then with all the ball movement and split action the Warriors use, there will just be quality shots after quality shots. Do y'all know what this dead lineup is going to do to the rest of the NBA? The championship window for Chris Paul is going to close. He's had an excellent career, but just might retire as he hits 37 years old. Actually, wait, never mind. Oh my goodness, guys. This guy's contract has him being paid about $30 million a year until he's practically 40. Anyway, LeBron will probably have Westbrook traded once he sees the Lakers have no chance against the Warriors with the way they're presently constructed. James Harden, on the other hand, has been talking a lot about wanting to test free agency, and he probably will if Kyrie doesn't come back because the Nets don't stand a chance against the Dubs without the Houdini of handles. And Giannis, well, if he gets to the finals again, I see a sweep or a gentleman's sweep coming from the Warriors. Anyway, guys, let's move on. We've talked a lot about offense in this video here today, but did y'all want to see how the Warriors are suffocating other teams on the defensive end of the court? If so, then just click right here, where I analyze just how the Warriors currently have the best defensive rating in the entire NBA. And let me tell you guys, it's just as beautiful to watch as the offense. Anyway, just click the video, guys, and like always, I'll see you on the other side.